Everyone, and that includes you, have an ultimate desire to gain financial freedom. Nonetheless, what distinguishes us who accomplish significant levels of riches and the individuals who don't are the skills they choose to cultivate throughout the course of their lives. Subsequently, in this video, I will impart to you 5 millionaire abilities and skills you need to know now, and in the event that you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and the button below for more extraordinary content. Skill number 1, objective and goal setting, having obvious objectives and goals. It is simply like having a guide in. The more detailed the guide is, the simpler it will be to get where you need to go. Unlike the individuals who lead monetarily average lives, the rich influence the best objective and goal layout. First and foremost, the rich put forward objectives goals utilizing a SMART goal framework. This technique necessitates that your objective be explicit, realistic, quantifiable, feasible, and timely. For example, utilizing a SMART goal framework, your monetary objective could be increasing pay by $30,000 in a year. By finishing 10x your freelance projects, having a hearty objective that fulfills every one of the components of the SMART goal framework will make you altogether bound to arrive at these objectives, particularly when you compound this procedure with the other millionaire objective goal setting secret where most millionaires will enlighten you regarding objectives. It's that they should be recorded and documented. A Harvard business study made findings that the 3% of graduates from their MBA program who had their objectives goals recorded and documented, ended up acquiring tenfold the amount of as the other 97% put together, only 10 years after graduation. In any case, when you have your objectives recorded, you should likewise review them. It's expressed that individuals who distinctively depict or picture them objectives are somewhere in the range of 1.2 to 1.4 times to effectively achieve their objectives than individuals who don't. Subsequently, it's insufficient to simply set SMART goals. Be that as it may, reviewing them day by day will additionally support the significance of permitting you to accomplish them speedier. Skill number 2, ability to identify opportunities, if you understand it. There are opportunities surrounding us, and individuals who can search out and benefit from these chances are the ones that will be substantially more prone to get rich. Sadly, numerous individuals accept that having the ability to identify opportunities is an ability that you were brought into the world with. In any case, this basically isn't correct. Like having the ability to type or read, recognizing opportunities is an ability that you can learn and master. We should take the case of an abandoned house. For most people, this soiled property would be a blemish that would be in a flash neglected. However, imagine a scenario in which you had to invest the time and energy to learn about house dispossessions, real estate showcases, and even property remodels. Maybe this house is situated in quite possibly the most cutting-edge neighborhoods around. Furthermore, the abandonment of this property implies that you can gain this home for a negligible portion of what it would regularly cost. Then, at that point, with a little work, you can transform out apparently futile property into a great home for yourself or the inhabitants that will pay you every single month to possess it. As you've most likely acknowledged through this model, by raising your level of awareness through continuous education, whether formal or informal, you allow yourself to see new opportunities and use these situations to make you rich. Skill number 3, time management. Time is point of fact our most valuable asset. Yet, unfortunately, a great number of individuals burn through this time watching Netflix or carelessly riding the web and afterward can't help thinking about why they aren't arriving at all their monetary objectives. Truly, the rich are ruthless in the management of their time. Yet, maximum utilization of your time doesn't simply occur. It requires the execution of time techniques to make the most of consistently. For example, many time-conscious people like to focus on their day-by-day assignments and guarantee they tackle their most significant task first thing. This time usage technique is amazing as it permits you to guarantee and complete your most value-added task undertakings consistently gain momentum as you strike off your hardest tasks from plan for the day. Another methodology the rich use is having theme days. By arranging your days of the week by action, you can maximize your degree of focus and take into consideration all the more profound work to be finished. One strong supporter of the theme. This is Twitter originator Jack Dorsey. He says that having these theme days permits him to remain focused and keep away from interferences and interruptions. In the event that a task or request is not in the theme of the day, he doesn't address it. Jack divides his weeks as follows. Mondays are for the management. Tuesdays are also for product development. Wednesdays are for marketing and development. Thursdays are for developers. Fridays are for culture and selecting. Saturday is his vacation day. Lastly, Sundays are for reflection, methodology, feedback, and preparing for Monday now. Indeed, not all rich individuals utilize these theme days. Most understand the significance of keeping on track when attempting to direct quality work, while a great number of people feel that they are achieving more while performing various tasks. They're simply tricking themselves. Various investigations published that highlight the ineffectiveness of multitaskings. Indeed, the American Psychological Association found that task switching can prompt a 40% decline. Some efficiency. To put it plainly, assuming you need to get rich, you should utilize demonstrated time usage procedures to boost your day-by-day yield. Expertise number for money management. Assuming you can't manage with your money, you can't be rich. Easy. For this reason, the rich develop their money management skills continuously. They realize how to utilize the money they get to make more cash flow. They duplicate their abundance by getting their money to work for them. The vast people don't know how to make their money work for them, so they never stop working for money. A great many people spend most of their pay on personal expenses, and anything that remains will commonly sit in a low-interest savings account. What permits wealthy people to develop wealth is by keeping their personal expenses low and putting their remaining income to work. They don't allow their money to sit in any one spot for extremely long. They set it to work by utilizing it to develop their business or buy ventures that would the other return by limiting personal costs consistently for several years while continuing to reinvest as much money as possible into income-generating activities. These people can compound their wealth in moderately brief timeframes. Expertise number 4. Being resourceful. Being resourceful might be perhaps the main abilities you can have, as having the expertise permits you to take advantage of pretty much some other ability you might require. What's more, affluent people only sometimes let an absence or lack of resources prevent them from accomplishing their objectives. How about we take the case of how Bill Gates constructed Microsoft? Obviously, before all else, Gates was the sole administrator of his organization, and keep up the PC mastery he expected to get the business going. Be that as it may, as this organization developed, he expected to start handling different parts of the business, like bookkeeping, promoting, and deals. All things considered, Gates is an intelligent man. It is highly unlikely he can accomplish every one of these yields, which implied that he expected to encircle himself with the individuals who had these abilities. During these early days, Gates discovered individuals who had the right stuff required, and by offering them value in Microsoft, he handled a mutually beneficial game plan for the two players. The unforgiving truth is that with regards to business, your lack of resources is never the issue. Your lack of resourcefulness is, as you've most likely come to acknowledge, being resourceful is truly the manipulation of the mind. You need to begin asking yourself how you can acquire the resources you need to be successful, and avoid seeing what you currently possess as all you have to work with. Skill number 5. Ability to focus on high-value activities. Like I said before, rich individuals are experts of time management, and what are the manners in which they maximize their output is by remaining conscious of the value of their time. They persistently inquire as to whether the undertaking they're dealing with is of importance, so they can invest most of their energy in high-value activities. However, what is high-value activities? In the world of business, these activities are the ones that will yield the best returns. For instance, a business person whose objective is to acquire $1 million in 1 year and to set up to go through 2,000 hours on business-related activities, calculating that the worth of 1 hour of his time is $500. To accomplish that objective, that business visionary should invest his energy in activities that are valued at any rate at $500 each hour to the business. You can hope to acquire $1 million in a solitary year if you spend the majority of your time on activities that can be delegated to someone else for less than your hourly rate. So how do millionaires recognize which activity merits their time and which doesn't? The rich distinguish this activity by their potential to grow their wealth. For example, in the event that you own a business, what activity seems like it will yield a greater return? Updating your client contact list or holding a sales meeting to close a new client? Of course, the latter, which is holding a sales meeting to close a new client, focuses as much time as possible on those activities. And they delegate other activities like administrative duties to other people. This is really the 80 to 20 principle in action. The rich analyze what 20% of their activities are, yielding 80% of their returns, and then ensure that their time is focused on these activities. In fact, successful business owners do the same analysis with their clients. It is not uncommon for a small percentage of clients to make up the bulk of your revenues. If this is the case, why would you focus your time and energy on clients that their potential for revenue generation was minimal? To put it plainly, if you want to get rich, you need to examine how you spend the valuable hours of every day and guarantee that they are pressed exclusively with high-worth activities. You want to go from the life you have to the life you deserve. Then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more similar videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time.